Alright, let's do this. We are moments away. I gotta use these time at the beginning. I haven't mentioned this before as my go-to videos, because this is all most people listen to. It's right here at the beginning. Actually, nope, already too far. Okay, now for the people who actually just stick around, very few people. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for being here. And the analytics are bunk, so but we're gonna use them as our guide. Everything seems to be moving along really well. I have to do another video. I don't know if it's going to be the 999 video or whether Pinhead's Dead by Daylight video. I was supposed to do one with Chewbacca, the one I have right now, but I could not get a video done today. So we might have to do a video with the Klingon, which should be good because we have I can do a review of Star Trek. Star Trek movies. Or I could talk about my rise and fall as a Trekkie. Because I never was, well, I never say never. I was, when I first started out, a member of the Federation. As quickly as I was in the Federation, I was out of the Federation. I was in the Federation for a really short period of time as a Gorn. We later found out that the Gorn were not even a part of the Federation officially, and they were considered extinct by Next Generation, I think that's how they put it. So I think their planetary area was, but they were considered extinct as a race or as a governing planetary body, I guess. Which I'm still trying to figure out how, because people justify the genocide and tout themselves as the saviors of this with the Prime Directive. I hated being in the Federation from the get-go. When I was a kid, I loved didn't think much of the Klingons at the time. When I grew older, it's that role, the Spock role, in every Star Trek television series, and even the movies, I guess, to a degree. But that role that Spock has, with Next Generation, it was Data. With Deep Space Nine, it was Odo. With Voyager, it was the Doctor originally, and then later they tried to make it 7 of 9, but it was originally the Doctor, and the Doctor was always my favorite. So they got in every incarnation of the shows, they had that one character that was, like I said, the Spock role. I think T'Pring was on Enterprise, and T'Pring is Spock's wife. Oh my god, I don't know her name. The Vulcan science officer on Enterprise. I have to watch that again. I'm trying to think of who it is on Discovery. I think it was the Trill. And it's number 1, who's an enhanced. Actually, I don't know who it is for. The new one with Pike. It's Where No Man Has Gone Before. I forgot the name of the show too. Lower Decks really doesn't have it, which is kind of a shame. It's like they just kind of like have everybody either in the role, and if everybody's in the role, nobody's in the role. So, but before that, when they were producing each television series one at a time, Star Trek had a Spock role. It was kind of a guarantee. It's like one of those guarantees that you had. When you one of those guarantees that you had for it being a signifyingly Star Trek, and I think that's long since gone. I would want to say it's number 1 for No Man's Gone Before. I think that's the name of the show, but it might also be Continuity Singh's ancestor, great granddaughter, or whatever she is. I don't know. It's so ridiculous. Actually, it's only supposedly 200 years from the eugenics wars. So, I think it's funny that after watching like things like Gattaca and stuff like that, what are they called? Designer Babies it's the idea is there. When we started cloning, and so I can see where like Gene Roddenberry thought that this could be the way that we would fight World War III. But at the same time, the same era, Isaac Asimov knew, and he could be wrong too, but he knew it was going to be against robots. I don't think that I'm trying to think of a science, because there's Neuromancer, but the virtual space is probably where most of the war is going to take place. It's not going to be out on a battlefield. It's not going to be like this is my prediction. So my thoughts about what the next war is going to be, because the AI is going to be smart enough, and we're going to be dumb enough to allow it to happen, because we already allow non-sentient AI to control our every move. We already allow it, and all an artificial intelligence has to do is just tap into that. I mean, if you don't, I have a cell phone. That's how you're watching this video. I have a cell phone. I am just like everybody else. I can be tracked. I can be monitored. I was watching a news report where they were talking about, I think it's Pegasus, where they have this software that they're adding to the phone, or whatever, to track people and see through their cameras and all this stuff that are happening. Listening in with the microphone, all that stuff, all of that stuff is happening. But I don't think we need a Pegasus. I think all Pegasus is doing is just accessing. We've already allowed this stuff to be in our homes. We've already allowed this stuff to have that much control. I limit my data plan. I don't use it for mobile. I only use it for Wi-Fi. And I use my phone to make calls, and I have a couple games on there to basically be time wasters. And I have which don't have. I don't play games that have internet access, and obviously to make these videos. And the only thing I use internet access for is to download these videos. But I am still, it's not. There's no secret. I'm not unaware of the fact that I have this on me at all times. And fortunate or unfortunate, I work in an area where I have no no signal. Otherwise I might try something and do these actually live. But when I was working for the post office and I was driving all over the place, most of those videos, you guys don't realize, like, I had no signal. I was going in valleys and out of valleys and stuff like that. I had no signal. And I've done calls, I've been on calls driving through that area, and I could not have any access. And where I work right now, it's also kind of a dead zone. crazy and try to do a live stream from the phone, from the car. I knew a couple years ago for my birthday, I wanted to do that whole thing with the live. I had already upped my plan to unlimited because I thought it could actually be live. I mean, I know it's kind of silly to say it that way, but I thought it could actually be a live video. And I was wrong. I mean, I'd be the first to admit it. As you guys know, I have no problem admitting when I'm wrong about things. But the vision that I had, I would have had to, because I was going to take the train, down the East Coast and to Disney World. And that was all going to have to be filmed and then uploaded. I had a regular camera that was going to actually be filmed, and I was going to do dailies that I was going to upload. This was going to be 10 days of video. Every day that I have a charger. I had a couple chargers to keep my. Actually, I have one in my pocket right now. But I had these things that were going to be stored in him, so that I could keep the video going. Every time one of these, basically died out in the middle of basically waiting in line, I was going to in the middle of waiting in line, I was going to whatever I was going, waiting on a tram, I was going to swap these things out, because I would have 2 hours from when this died to when the 100% on the phone would start to go, and I would have to change the pack out. But I was going to actually have a fuse to Cuta's hands, to each of the Cuta's hands, so that Cuta was holding this, and then I was going to have like a baby pouch where I would carry Cuta in front of me, and we would film the whole thing. And then I would have friends and families either with their own phones or with my camera filming at certain stations, because I don't know who would have been able to keep up with me or how they would have kept up with me. But people just filming the whole craziness and me booking it. I was just starting to get into shape, and obviously COVID happened. Well, COVID was happening, and then COVID happened. At Christmas, we were looking at a dangerous situation. This is 2019. I'm always, I was always aware of it. Even when Ebola came here with the bird flu, H1N1, all those things, those are things I pay attention to. And I think March it was official, but in February I was scared. I watched it start to spread like wildfire. My cousin got sick with it. The first round of it, he got sick with it. By March, it was listed as it was either epidemic or pandemic. I don't know where it was at that time, but 2000. And it was a year before my birthday. And I watched the government fail us completely and totally, as opposed to what they did with Ebola, and they had that lockdown and taken care of, and everything was situated. There was a little bit of panic, a little bit of hysteria, but it was good. By July, that's when I canceled, because I knew even if we got a vaccine, there was no way we were going to get this under control. Disney World never closed, and Disney World never gave me my money back, and that's why I'm in the current situation I'm in. Yay. Simple. It's now been, this will be 3 years since I've been a streamer, but it's been over 3 years now for me, because it was July. It was the 3 years when I realized I was going to be in debt. And even though I thought I was going to get out of it quickly, so I didn't start planning to pay it back right away, because I thought Disney World will close. This will happen, and they will refund me all the money. But I didn't burden anybody else with it. I took it all on myself, and that's where I'm at. And as you guys know, I never went to Disney World, never celebrated my 50th birthday there, never on the 50th anniversary, and I never did the 50 rides. Still to this day, have not been to Disney World. I was offered a trip there. I could have used, because I still had the ability to, when the pandemic was calming down. This was in 2002, and I decided not to risk it. And I didn't. I didn't do anything crazy. I bring up all this stuff because, boy, what a freaking... We're going to be doing a whole nostalgia thing real soon. And I'm just kind of getting where I want to talk about it. Talk about, like, the videos that I have, and like, I just reached 10,000 views of my videos here on YouTube. 10,000 views. I still have 600 hours watched. I kind of laugh because I have over 1,400 hours. I think I have to add it up again, because I think I might have 1,500 hours. I think since the last time I added it up, I think I've added 100 hours in. I mean, just this alone, just morning commute alone. Is well over 100 hours. So yeah, there might be 1,500 hours. I might have 1,000 hours of unwatched videos. How's that for crazy? So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a fantastic time doing it, as always, because we know the algorithm. We know that the analytics are faulty, which is why I bring them up. This is what I'm talking about, and if you write cool beans, it will definitely show that because it won't get recorded that you watched the video all the way to this point. Nobody's watched the videos to this point, even the person who put cool beans in the comments already. That's how nobody has watched the full video all the way to the end. and they don't count me. So I used to think that I counted, but it turns out that I don't count. But according to the analytics, nobody has watched a single one of my videos till the end. The first 20 seconds is what most people watch, and then it literally drops off from there. We have, some of these videos have 100 views on it, which when you're thinking about, like, 30% only watch 20 seconds of it, and then another 30% watch another 30% of it, so that's 60% right there, and then it just literally drops off after the 60. After 60%, there's nobody watching. Nobody watches over a minute of these videos. I think that they have a 53 second average. Well, I shouldn't say nobody watches after a minute, but the few people that watch it after a minute basically are really throwing the analytics off. And if somebody actually watched the full half hour, or we have 27 minutes, the full half hour of these videos, they would have actually really thrown off all the analytics, because that's 30 minutes total just in one video. So if you write cool beans, it will make me laugh. It'll make everybody laugh. Make the toaster laugh. We'll shoot the toaster. And you guys have a great day. All right, take care.